Hello and welcome to the Bucharest Minor CIS Qualifier Playoffs. Welcome all the viewers from BTS1. Welcome to the casting couch with me and MoFarah.
Some high production quality going on here. It's very exciting.
It's pretty exciting. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Look at this going on. We've got it all. I've even got the bracket up for you guys. Wait a minute, you're gonna love this.
That stuff.
Yeah, it is updated as well. Look at this. You know, Winstrike are playing this series, and this is the game we're casting now. I tried to get the casting couch URL, by the way. Yeah. Someone's already taken it though. I don't know what. Weird. Apparently someone's already got that. Who knows what. Anyway, let's get into the game. We got Team Winstrike versus Team Empire Hope coming up, and these guys are well and truly into the draft, which we're going to jump into straight away. And well, MoFarah, why don't you run us through this?
Yeah, we're quite a little way in already, so I'm just gonna. This is like a speed analysis. Okay.
Jesus.
So we got a first pick Brew this time. No shock. Winstrike actually played the Brew last game. Empire are going to play it this game. Always on a Fly is going to be playing his Disruptor by the looks of it, which they've been very happy to pick up at the moment. And but then on the other side, we have the Rubik being picked up. But then Sanking. This is something I said to you in the downtime. I'm very happy this hero has made another appearance. A great hero. It's nice to see it being picked up, especially when you lane it with something like Disruptor. You know, lots of harass potential. Very nice.
You did actually predict the Sanking pick in the downtime. I just thought.
Just such a good person. I'm just amazing. But yeah, we actually have an Empire Hope Kunker this time. I mean, we saw Iceberg owning on it last game. He went absolutely ham, went crazy, did some amazing plays. And so we get to see Empire can do the same this game for them.
Yeah, Coda's like, oh, I could do that. Give me Kunker. I'll do the same thing. Don't worry about it. Is this Marana going to be core? I think it looks like it is.
Oh yeah, it's always going to be a core Marana. But whether it's a 3-2 or a 1,
That's what I meant. Is it going to be mid or is it going to be in the safe lane?
I think it's probably more likely to be mid, but then you're going to be matched up against the Kunker, which sounds really difficult for the Marana. Like you always have the X-Torrent combo available, so Leap's not going to be at its full potential. And Bane is a hero, though, by the way, that I'm surprised it's disappeared as much as it has. I feel like this hero is still really good at winning you lanes, securing you games. You know, it gives you catch as well with the grip. So I'm glad to see this hero back. And Empire Hope do like to pick Bane up. Favourites. You have lots of setup now. You know, if the Bane wants to rotate, I assume it's going to be Kunker mid. Rotates towards the mid lane. You have the Nightmare into the Torrent as well. Lots of different potential ganks going on.
Yeah, feeling a lot more solid from Team Empire Hope this time around, because last game they kind of fell apart a little bit. Their draft was a little bit messy. You know, we talked about maybe the Kunker and the Timbersaw in the mid lane getting on top of things last game, but it just didn't happen. This time around, though, they've got the Kunker, and now they've got the Nugget as well. I really like this pick from them, actually.
Yeah, this was really cool. They were missing their kind of like game-winning hero. They didn't really have a win condition yet, so they pick up this Naga. Obviously, this hero has been farming super fast whenever you play it now. It can feel a little lackluster if it starts to fall behind in the lane, but you can always get back to the jungle, find that catch-up farm with the new Riptide. Gives you that song potential as well. You know, if the Static Storm comes out, pop that song, save your allies, and you can reset the fight, which is really nice. It feels like they lack a little bit of damage, I think, until this Naga gets really big. But I think their draft looks okay. Much better than last game, at least, anyway. So what do Winstrike want to go for? Arc Warden's still in the pool if they want it, but it doesn't feel like a great Arc Warden game.
Yeah, the song, the X marks, they've got a lot to get on top of him, also with the split as well, but seen worse. Oh, the Templar versus the Kunker at mid. All right, well, you know, very skill-based matchup. I feel like I kind of prefer Iceberg in this TA versus Kunker Kodos matchup.
Yeah, I think TA has the advantage, but if a rotation comes in towards the mid lane, obviously Torrent does get rid of all the refraction charges pretty much instantly. TA can be killed relatively easily, but in terms of if it's a raw 1v1, although it is skill-based, I feel like TA has a little bit of an upper hand.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough for this Kunker in the mid lane, but I don't know. As we say, you know, one gank can make all the difference. It's gonna be a pretty tense matchup, and I actually think these drafts are relatively equal.
This Bane Rubik support duo though seems a little bit weird.
Yeah.
It's not the strongest. Like we tend to see these tanky support heroes, like the Tiny, for example, on Yamich, and because they've actually decided to put the Brewmaster as the position 3 this game. So, okay, I don't mind this, but personally, I'm really interested to see how well Silent can play this Marana. As a carry hero, it's kind of fallen off a little bit. We used to see it more in the side lanes. It now tends to be played more towards the mid lane. But with the Tiny in lane, you kind of have that meat shield in front of you that can tank up the damage, and they have decent kill potential between those two heroes. Not an easy lane to go up against that Tiny Mirana.
Yeah, and you've got kind of like the weirdest setups you can have, really. You've got a Disruptor, which is entirely like, you got to guess when that glimpse is coming in. It's quite tricky, quite skill-based to kind of guess that one. Then you've got the Tiny as well, which is also a very weird one to set up for the arrow. Sanking's a little bit better, but yeah, it is going to be the Disruptor, unsurprisingly.
I mean, all Silent has to do is arrow where they were 4 seconds ago, ready for the glimpse.
Yeah,
I mean, come on. How hard can it be?
Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Alrighty then, well, let's get into this matchup as we come in to game number 2. Let's see what Team Empire Hope can pull out here. Kodos in the mid lane, fighting up versus the TA with Dream up at the top, playing the Naga Siren, and down at bottom we got MYS Moon, Sayu, and Black Archangel so far coming in just to secure this rune.
Where are these Dire Wards at the moment? They have one on the Rubik. Have they only bought one?
Oh, hiding in the tree. Silent might walk into something here. It's a bit of a trap, but he sees them. He starts to move away, not leveling up anything just yet. Not starting with Leap, which would be pretty bad, and can actually make it to the trees. So a little bit slow there from Empire to react to that one, and that does result in Silent getting away, because if they get that Nightmare off, then I think he's pretty much dead, because they've got the Burrow Strike, they've got the Lift. You know, it's not a problem to take down that Mirana.
Are they going to be playing the Disruptor with the Mirana in the bot lane?
Looks that way. Surprise you?
I guess if they want to put more pressure onto the Naga, the Sanking Tiny's probably better top. So maybe they're thinking less about their Mirana and more about thinking pressuring the enemy's carry instead. And we've talked about how this Naga's the big win condition.
The battle begins.
Meanwhile, Nongrada and Dream fighting for the rune. Dream actually gets it. No Burrow Strike coming out from Sanking, and the tip comes out as well. Oh, getting spicy already.
Yeah, Nongrata even tried to body block up the Naga there at the end just to make sure he got the rune, but really well played from Dream there, though. I'm so used to Dahak playing this Naga, by the way. It's like whenever someone plays Naga now, all I think about is Dahak in my head. Yeah. And I have to say a completely different name.
An Iceberg blocks under tower. What does this do if you block under tower?
It just means the lane's going to be pushing in towards the Kunkka. So the good thing about this for the Kunkka is that normally in like a raw 1v1 mid matchup, TA should be really good at securing a lot of the CS. Now it kind of messes with the equilibrium a little bit. So Kunkka can try and last it under his tower.
Side blades. The Iceberg, he wants it. No, doesn't quite go for that hit there. Would have been a long shot with level 1 side blades anyway. So off to a pretty good start for Kodos, getting a bunch of denies there with the Tiebreaker, but of course it's always rough off the mark for TA until he gets his point in Refraction. Then he can start to match up the Kunkka's damage a little bit better, but for now, it's not ideal.
When you get that Refraction, like you said, you can match up, but yeah, he's managed to get 4 denies under the tower there, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, Kodos did the same thing to TA, and now Iceberg does the same thing right back. That's a boxer inside him, you know, a bit of a parry, if you like, in the creeps. Meanwhile, up at top, always want to fly, taking a bit of damage. The Burrow Strike comes out onto Dream. Yeah,
the Disruptor did go up in lane with the Sanking. I thought they would. That makes more sense to me. You want to put this Tiny with the Mirana in the bot lane. You want to have some kind of like setup for the arrow. They have the toss. They have the avalanche. So.
Still yet to see a huge, you know, toss into arrow combo where you like toss to a creep and the arrow Mirana arrows the creep. That's the dream right there.
Iceberg got pretty low in the mid lane there, but does salve up. Be okay.
Meanwhile, down at bottom of the lane, we haven't really paid that much attention to in the lane. We were just talking about Yanich and Silent playing up versus MYS Moon and Sayu as MYS Moon runs forwards on this brew. Not scared, using the Drunken Brawler, actually getting a ton of damage. Another lift out onto Yamich. This Tiny could be in trouble. He's trying to get under tower. The armor helping out, and there's no more crits available from MYS Moon, so Yamich will salve himself up to safety, but still taking some serious damage here in this bottom lane, absorbing a lot of beating from Empire.
In top lanes, I always want to fly, try to get the last hits from the low ground onto those neutral creeps. And just as he was about to, every single time, Naga got a Riptide off. It was amazing. Great RNG. What a play.
Shame we missed that RNG. Look at the action down at bottom. Meanwhile, Kunkka falling kind of low in the mid lane, but just turns around with the Torrent and the Tidebringer, waiting for that courier to come in. And could be in trouble. Sideblades. Iceberg, he's actually just going for it on foot right now. Can he chase him through the trees? So Kodos playing through the woods. Iceberg chasing hard for this one. He's now out of refraction charges. One more right click. No, he doesn't have enough damage to finish off Kodos, and now he gets that salve coming in to think about the turnaround here onto Iceberg. But no, it doesn't happen. Meanwhile, Snodgrada going down. I always want to fly in trouble at the top as well. Snodgrada comes in.
He's salving out. Black Archangel is one who went down. Yeah, salve from Disruptor is going to save him.
Black Archangel is one who went down. Yeah, salve from Disruptor is one who went down. Yeah, salve from Disruptor is one who went down. Yeah, salve from Disruptor is one who went down. Yeah, salve from Disruptor is one who went down. Yeah, salve from Disruptor is one who went down. Yeah, salve from Disruptor is one who went down. Yeah, salve from Disruptor is one who went down. Yeah, salve from Disruptor is one who went down. Yeah, salve from Disruptor is one who went down. Yeah, salve from Disruptor is one who went down. Yeah, salve from Disruptor is one who went down. Yeah, salve from Disruptor is one who went down. Yeah, salve from Disruptor is one who went down. Yeah, salve from Disruptor is one who went down. Yeah, salve from Disruptor is one who went down. Yeah, salve from Disruptor is one who went down. Yeah, salve from Disruptor
Yeah, we're seeing more and more Sankings in this offlane move away from this Sandstorm build now. Just going more in towards the Burrow Strike for that kill potential, which is interesting to me. I still like the 1-3-1 build the most. They're maxing out that Sandstorm in lane, but I guess if you pressure them, Naga, harder with the Burrow Strike, she has to be wary of being out of position then.
Yeah, that is the key to winning this game as well, is to pressure this Naga, because we've all seen how much Naga can do once she gets a little bit of space. And if you haven't, then, well, strap yourselves in, because, yeah, Naga is definitely one of the stronger heroes of this patch, I would say.
These Sideblades mid, by the way. This Kunkka is not having fun.
No, this is the melee versus TA curse. I mean, we see it a lot, but, yeah, Kunkka... You kind of expect him to do a little bit better than most just because he's got this Tidebringer, but, yeah, it's feeling pretty rough for him so far.
I love how he sent the courier out to himself and then X'd himself back to base anyway. The TP score. His team's like, come on guys, we need the courier as well.
No couriers for you. Meanwhile, up at top, it looks like Black Archangel wants to come in. He's just throwing in some harass. Not really going for anything here with the Naga.
Pretty passive laning stage in general though. Both teams feeling each other out a little bit here, it feels like.
Yeah, I feel like there's no real kill potential between the Bane and the Naga. They're just kind of going to be defensive as hell with these Nightmares and with the nets, etc. Like
it's so difficult to kill Morana in the bot lane as well because she has leap. You have the lift and you have the clap, but you can always just triple leap away if she needs to.
Almost baiting MYS Moon in here a little bit with the by not leaping away. And now in comes Yamich as well. Arrow does connect, and this could be a lot of trouble for the Brew. The toss is out, and he is dead. Empire lose one in the bottom lane as some nice baits from Silent coming out, holding on to that leap, and it does earn him a kill in the end. Really
Gonna
nice.
fight for the runes in the bot side as well. Okay. Up. It's okay, I'll just go and take the rune on my side. Hey, you've got to respect that Tiny when you're playing the Brewmaster here. That Avalanche toss combo, you get 1 point in each, and especially with the arrow coming in on top, lots of kill potential.
We always want to fly. Oh, denying himself to Ancients. I seriously thought for my stupid brain, oh, conquer him. Yeah, just TPing out. The stupid brain was like, is this guy going to try and take Ancients with Thunderstrike? Is this some, like the Drow we saw in the OG game?
Is there something I'm missing here?
Thunderstrike insta-kills creeps.
Oh. Trying to use an arrow bot on the camp to try and farm it. But...
and MYS Moon pulled the creeps away.
Oh dear, what a player.
Not sure it was deliberate, but we'll call it that way. More exciting if we pretend it is.
This laning stage going pretty well for Winstrike again, though.
Ooh, Sayu going for the snipes. Doesn't quite work out in the end. Silent will escape.
Closer.
Well,
Sneaky
Kodos, I mean, the last hits aren't looking great, and then add to the fact that he's been spamming out these salves as well. It's just not looking good for Kodos in the middle lane. Iceberg really dominating the Kunkka hard.
Yeah, they really need a sentry here as well now, because it's going to be impossible for the Kunkka to lane here when the traps are there. He needs a sentry ward, otherwise he's pure food to this DA.
Yeah, this, you don't want to be giving Iceberg farm. Or maybe you do. The Iceberg curse and everything.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Always nice.
Bane smoked top.
Oh, Tiny, though, taking a lot of damage down at bottom as MYS Moon and Sai with the double damage going on to him. The toss away, though, throwing him into the Morana as well. The arrow does connect, but Yamich is dead. It was a cute play, but it doesn't pay off as they will find the kill onto the Tiny. They do drop the Brew plenty low, but there's no follow-up damage at all.
Yeah, Silent doesn't have any leap charges either. I like this play by Bane, though. He smokes up in this top lane, gets a ward on the Radiant top bounty rune, walks mid and gets a ward there as well. Don't have to use smokes for kills.
Onto Iceberg here, though. Missed timing on the torrent. That is really crucial, and that does mean that Iceberg is absolutely fine. In fact, can just run up the high ground and chase down Archangel here. Nightmare me, please.
And there's that sentry ward that we talked about as well. So only does he get the 2 obs out, runs mid, puts the sentry down.
Yeah, that was the real intention of this rotation. Wasn't actually looking for a kill, but still. I mean, you can't really be... I don't know, it's... Yeah, there's the level 1 X marks doesn't change the duration of the X marks anymore, so that was a long change actually. That change was a long time ago, so pretty bad to be messing up that torrent combo, I'd say.
This Naga's had a really good start to the lane though. Like she has 4 Wraith Bands already, and she's farming up this jungle at the same time as the lane.
Give me more Wraith Bands. Black Archangel could be in trouble though, as Nograda chasing him down. Yep, Caustic Fly will probably finish him off, although he does get the life sap off, but one more strike comes in from Always Want to Fly and they get that kill. Dream though, looking for the return kill maybe. I mean, these guys do a lot of damage, her and her illusions, but look at Nograda, he's barely surviving. Now that the illusions are dead though, it's going to be much easier for them to live through this, and the Kunkka actually does not connect with the torrent. The X though, on to Always Want to Fly. This will be a kill for him at least, so rotation from Kodos is successful after all. And now will TP himself back to this middle lane and continue fighting out versus Iceberg.
Iceberg gets the medium camp, stacks the Ancients as well, ready for him. Wants to look towards those. Good rotation though by the Kunkka. I like that a lot. He just DPs back to mid lane as well. Doesn't miss out on much farm for it.
Meanwhile, Moon, is he going to go for the solo shrine? He is. Not a team player, this guy. Not a team player. Very greedy.
That's fine though. You just want to get back to lane. I mean, you saw how much of an effect Morana leaving had to, having to walk all the way back to base did to her. Really started to miss out on this farm and has fallen behind a little bit now. Yamich is coming around behind here onto the Rubik. Gets the avalanche toss with the arrow, with the starfall.
Yeah, down he goes. That is a dead Sayu, and Winstrike. Another kill down here in the bottom lane, which does drag the gold advantage into their favour, but this Naga Siren is a looming threat, sitting currently with 58 CS and 4 Wraith Bands.
Yeah, anybody who's played this Naga Siren in the new patch will understand just how farm she farms. She farms. Like an awful tongue twister, isn't it?
Just a little bit. But, the illusion's going to do their work. And this is something I've been looking at a lot recently, actually, is how to use these illusions best. And from my research, very, very in-depth stuff, is you want to have 2 illusions and yourself and 1 illusion. And that's how you should split it, because the Riptides then, they got the best chances of nuking down creep waves nice and quickly.
I mean, again, it gets to the point though when you get to like level 3 or 4 mirror images where one image can basically just solo a camp almost.
Yeah,
like a small camp, I mean.
It changes throughout the game, but if you're a simpleton like me, you just do 2 and 2 and then AFK.
Your hard research.
Yeah.
They're searching for this Bane at the moment though in the top lane. You see Yamich is
eating trees. Oh god.
Like, where's he gone? I'm sure he was here a second ago.
Take Jukes.
He's getting so much XP though from this tower.
He is actually, isn't he? He's having a great time. Nearly gonna hit probably gonna hit level 5 from this, to be honest.
Just want to get towards that level 6 with the grip.
Yeah.
Has a fairly long cooldown, so you want to get it as soon as you can. All this XP. He doesn't even care if his tower goes down.
He might actually get 6 from this. He's just sitting in the trees like, yeah, I don't care, tower. Give me them sweet creeps.
I feel like I've seen so many people do this as well. Like, surely they've worked this out already. Surely teams know that this is like the spot where people hide.
The massive sieging power of Always Want to Fly. Now they come out with the sleep as well as a TP coming in from the Conquer. And they're just going to throw down the boat immediately. Always Want to Fly is probably going to die from this. Down he goes. Bane, his patience pays off. Huge dividends here in the top lane. Meanwhile, MIS Moon taking a bit of damage just from creeps here.
Sayu mid to get the avalanche as well.
Oh, Rubik could be in trouble again. The tree will be required. They're way faster than him. They just run him down. Chased through the middle lane, and Sayu is put down.
Iceberg, where are your style points? You've got a side blade for that kill. You don't need to go up and hit him. Trust yourself.
Yep. Never going to reach the front page of Reddit like this, Iceberg. Step it up, dude.
That's what every Dota player does, don't they, in pro games, I'm sure.
Oh,
winning. But making sure I get to the front page of Reddit.
Yeah,
first bot lane.
Oh, they just dropped the ultimate from Always Want to Fly and they blow him up so quickly. MIS Moon has no chance to react to that one. And down he goes. And a quick tip from Yamich as well. I love the friendly tips. It feels so wholesome.
I mean, Seb was doing an interview before, like around the time of TI. Do you remember? And he was saying that they're actually a big mental warfare kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
where you can get in people's heads. You can support your allies as well by giving them a pat on the back after they get a kill. Yeah, it gives them confidence.
Oh, it's a lovely warm feeling in the bottom of your tummy whenever you get tipped by a teammate. I don't experience it very often though.
Okay, I won't say it. It's fine.
Radiant Sniper is a thing. Oh. Kodos now with the triple braces, feeling pretty tanky. Yeah, I mentioned 0 braces, so definitely not the biggest man in this lane.
Just to put into perspective how well Iceberg was doing last game, by the way, on this Kunkka, in 4 minutes' time he had a Shadow Blade and a BKB.
Yeah, quite the difference now from this game, but still.
It must be difficult for Kodos to follow that performance. I'll be honest.
He set himself a high bar by picking Kunkka this game, but
Always Want to Fly.
Coming in behind, Always Want to Fly. Yeah, I think this may be a case of Always Want to Die. Down he goes. Torrent does connect. Yeah, that joke hasn't been made 1,000 times.
I haven't heard that before. Oh, they've got the
Angel. Gonna put Silent to sleep here. Where's the TPs? Where's the help though? Well, Sayu's coming in. This might be enough. There's the Fiend's Grip coming out. Fiend's Grip, and he's actually got the Starstorm as well, so that's more than enough damage. The boat comes down. Celebratory boat.
The X.
Yeah, they might get the +1 here as Tiny wanted to help, but may just be joining the feed train as well. Lifted, thrown back, Yamich. Out of options here, really. I mean, the Avalanche is doing quite a bit, but now they put him to sleep. Always Want to Fly coming in to help out. The ultimate Yamich might just survive this one, make his way through the tree lines. They won't find him. Kodos, though, still giving chase here. He's going to use the Torrent. Yamich guesses correctly. It was a 50-50 and he gets it
Oh,
right,
the
but now he
X.
finds the X marks. That is a dead Tiny, I'm afraid. Although, the toss away! Oh my god, Yamich still surviving. I forgot Toss was a spell apparently, and now they're going to glimpse Kodos back. Iceberg jumps on top of Black Archangel, and they pay heavily for trying to chase down this Tiny, and Yamich will survive, and now they're going for the epicenter. Kodos is going to get taken out as well. It's too much magic damage. He is bought. It doesn't matter how many braces you have. There's a Sand King epicentering on your face. You are dead.
What an absolute outplay by Yamich and Always Wanna Fly. That was crazy good. Always Wanna Fly comes in, it looks like he's going to die as well and be like another +1, like a save your buddy syndrome, but they make it work, and that toss, like you say, on the end at the Kunkka, really nice, stylish play, and they get, you know, those kills in return as well.
Yeah, fantastically done. And now Iceberg has his Desolator, gets pretty much 100% scarier now, and will work his way towards that blink very quickly indeed.
I am still worried for Winstrike though that this Naga is basically just free farming, like she's keeping up with the farmer for TA. And that you want this TA to be ahead by like a decent amount on the winning side in this game.
Yep. 6,400 net worth compared to their TA's 6,500 net worth. Not much in it at all, to be honest, as the two race head-to-head for the top spot in net worth. And, well, you know, Dream, she's going to have this Manta style up soon, which is going to be even faster farming for her with those Riptide illusions. So
Yeah, Iceberg has just picked up the Desolator as well though, so he has his own farming item. Oh, Bane, top lane. Might be in trouble.
By might, you mean it's going to be fine? No, he's dead. Yamich will just chase him down as Always Wanna Fly quickly takes the... Oh, makes it? No, okay. That was a very long right click.
Bot lane as well. They've
Yamich.
used the split.
Yeah, this looks like Non-Grata. Sand King out of life. The side comes in with a Pay Bolt from the side. Kodos appears, but wasn't needed.
Yeah, Seiyu has the Burrow Strike Seal as well. One of the best spells you can get on Rubik.
Winstrike, though, they've ulted up. Moonlight Shadow is down, and they are looking for the Dream here, but Dream, quick reactions. No, the Glimpse is out. How did they even get sight there now? Dream running away, though. They don't connect with the kinetic field. And
Okay.
even the tip as well. Dream. That's the second BM tip he's given this game.
Yeah, I mean, they got the glimpse vision just because it was daytime. It literally just turned nighttime after the glimpse, so it was very close, but yeah, they end up walking away. Got the Naga, very nice for her. Guess what she can do now? Get back to farming. Oh.
The Dream. 4 Wraith Bands and a Yasha.
I mean, she's almost got the mantle. She like, basically has the gold now, so.
Yep. So damn quick.
This Kunkka's almost got his Shadow Blade. He's kind of fallen behind a little bit here. But, yeah, this Silent Mirana's the one that's really suffering at the moment, it feels like. When Silent gets the Maelstrom, he's going to be a completely different hero. You know, his farm speed will increase, but...
Yeah, it's all about the Maelstrom and that level 15 talent as well, if he makes his way over there. Shouldn't be too long. I mean, he's level 10, he's pretty underleveled as well. But, yeah, once he gets that level 15 talent with the Maelstrom, you do become a solo-killing machine. But, I mean, my eyes on Iceberg for this Blink Dagger. Once they have this Blink, I feel like we're going to see a change of pace in this game. Winstrike are going to be going for the objectives, going for kills, and trying to set us from the round. But now there's an ultimate from Disruptor in the backlines here, and they hold still Non-Grata. Rubik tries to steal the static field, but doesn't quite pay off. And now they just jump all over MIS Moon, not letting him get that split off and bringing him down. Meanwhile, the boat comes in, but the song! Okay, I mean,
they get out.
yes, yeah. I mean, the only person who would have died there is Always Wanna Fly, to be fair. And they were completely outnumbered in that fight, and they'd already ditched their spells, so...
Problem is now, you don't have Song, and you don't have Boat,
Yeah.
and that Blink comes out on the TA. So they know, because there's no spells, they just walk into the Roche bit. Their time on the Radiant. With that TA, taking Roche is just so easy with the Deso on top.
Yeah, it's not lasting a very long time. The big scaly boy will be dropping to Winstrike here and giving them his precious cargo of 1 Aegis of the Immortal.
Radiant's bottom tower is on shot.
Iceberg.
Need to drop that clarity, buddy.
Buddy, there you go. He got there in the end.
They do have the split up now, though, on Moon again, so might look to try and fight around that if they can. Especially with the boat being up again now.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I don't think he had his split for the last...
No, he didn't. It was still on cooldown for about 30 seconds or so.
Right.
But,
Should have called me out. Don't worry, you know, I'm a humble dude. Oh, well, that's also true.
Dire's middle
Fine,
tower
it's fine.
is under attack.
I mean, it looked like he had split, though. I understand why you thought
I mean,
it.
he jumped into the middle of the fight. You can't blame me for assuming the dude had split, but apparently he's just got no split, but big old balls.
Charged through, didn't he?
Yeah.
Rana almost has this Maelstrom now. Looks like she's going to go back to base. Probably sell a Wraith Band or something. No, they're going to try to defend this.
Sell a Wraith Band? What is wrong with you?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Should have known
They're
better.
far too precious.
Dire's
Non-Grata almost has his Blink as well. About 75 gold away.
Silent does have to be careful here. If he gets X marks, he will be in trouble. He's waiting for this creep to die so that he can get the arrow off onto the Kunkka. The Sand King TPing in, but they do see it. Nongrada, not as sneaky as he would like. Oh, look at Kodos, though, using the Shadow Amulet. Now he gets the X marks off onto Nongrada. The ultimate is used, but they've got the dust. They come down and drop everything onto this Sand King, even dropping the Fiend's Grip as well. Down goes Nongrada, and the tower should go with it as Dream is here on the Naga Siren. But Winstrike, they've already taken the tower at top. They are way ahead.
They are invis as well. Always want to fly is just sitting behind this TA here.
Sayu might be dropping here, though they don't jump in. Alright, Sayu gets to live for now. And unfortunately, despite this Naga and all her items, she's not going to push faster than a TA with Desolator.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
Although, oh no! Oh no, the TP's instantly coming in from Winstrike. Empire, though, they use the split immediately, trying to turn this one around and stop their Naga. She actually tries to Naga out of the kinetic field, doesn't quite work, put to sleep. Now uses the mirror image as well, but they got the right one, and Dream is dead.
Oh, this Brew as well.
Yeah, I think he might just be joining the trail on
Where's
this
the
one.
arrow?
He tries to run away.
Oh.
Yeah, stun is out. Trying to turn around, don't always want to fly here. One crit, it's not enough. It was cheeky. He went for it. Got to respect him for that, but it wasn't enough. And down goes MYS Moon and the Naga Siren as well. The big kill onto Dream, and that puts Iceberg more thoroughly ahead on the net worth. And now, Hope, Empire, they got a sweat.
What an arrow, though, from Silent to catch that Naga running away. that was crazy.
I mean, it was coming through the trees. You can't really spot that, can you?
Yeah, I love that Naga tried to use the Manta to try and get out of the kinetic field, but fortunately still ended up on the inside. You've got to give it a go. But
I mean, that's one of those weird ones which kind of works sometimes. You know, it's a little bit easier to do if you're near some...
He's going in.
So Iceberg, though, actually gets surrounded by 3 heroes here, but Nongrad to follow up with the epicenter as well. Kunkka's the one falling low. The Nightmare going to save him from a bit of damage. They will take the Aegis off the TA. Now the X marks, well, the boat comes in, actually. And in comes Iceberg for round 2, immediately jumping onto MYS Moon here with the Avalanche as well, slowing him down. I thought Empire wanted to take this fight, but apparently not, as Blink in, Burrow Strike holding this Brewmaster still, but he's so damn tanky, it takes him a very long time to bring him down, but they have got time as they zone out the rest of Empire just to focus down MYS Moon here, and he will take a fall. Meanwhile, Naga pushing up this top lane, pings out from Silent, saying, you know, let's deal with this guy, come on, he's just going to do his thing. He's actually going to go for both of these runes and should get each of them.
Yeah, very good call, though, that as soon as this TA gets blinked, it's just game's going to go crazy. Like, it sounds obvious, but sometimes I have seen TAs before, they just carry on farming a little bit, and eventually, you know, that hero does fall off, so you have to be very careful. I was worried about Silent at the start of the game. He's actually come back into this game really well. Got that Maelstrom and another Mithril Hammer on top, so working towards that BKB.
Yep, and not long before the level 15, which, I mean... Not many people talk about it that much, but it is really important. The 80 leap attack speed just gives you ridiculous kill potential with the Maelstrom.
Yeah, you become a different hero altogether when that attack speed leap talent comes up. It just increases your damage output massively.
Glad you agree with me on that. We agree on a lot of things, don't we?
Yeah.
Except Radiant Sniper. and Solar Crest Slark.
Oh, Solar Crest Drum Slark, that was the best one. Jeez.
One day.
Yeah, Twitch chat, can we rate that 1 out of 10, please? Drum Solar Crest on Slark.
Dude, it's sick. Don't even. Don't at me. Well, 14 kills inside of Winstrike, double of what Empire have, as they're sitting on a measly 7. But that's not the aim of their draft. It is very much on Winstrike to be finding the pick off this game. And this Naga, she's only really died the once.
She's gone for this super greedy build with the Boots of Travel as well. They do have good catch to find her. You know, if they can get on top of her, they've got the static, they've got the epi, they've got the Tiny being able to blink in now with his own blink too. Not looking too bad.
Nope,
for either side, to be honest.
Yeah, it's very much one of these games which, despite being a 5k gold advantage and a load more kills for Winstrike, it's still feeling very even. Very even. Like, just the way the two teams and the compositions work. It's anybody's game right now. I think this next Roshan is going to be a big deciding factor. Coming up in 2 minutes 30, both teams trying to get as many items as they can ready for this big fight around the Roshan pit.
Well, I don't know, minimum respawns in 2 minutes, so it could still be up to like 5 minutes or something yet.
But you need to be ready to fight in 2:30.
You do.
You know, that's when you need to have your boxing gloves on.
Arrow. I saw Moon in there before, but he's so far up next to his tier 2.
Yeah, he's had 2 pretty disappointing deaths in a row. It's thrown him really far behind on the net worth, so he's now just playing super cautiously. Meanwhile, up at top, his team are getting busy on this tier 1. And trading towers is very much in Empire's favor right now, I'd say. You know, Winstrike, they've got the TA, they've got the Blink Deso TA, so they're the ones who should have the momentum right now. And it feels like they do, but Empire are playing around them very well. Huge difference from last game.
The thing is, they don't take objectives as quick as they did last game. You know, they had this lone druid with the Desolator just chunking through them. But this time, you know, Tia has a Desolator, it's nice, but it's not quite as good as the druid. Especially when Iceberg was smacking people around for about 200 a hit as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at Iceberg just jumping out onto this tower now. He's opening and just rips it apart.
To be fair, that's probably just as quick as the druid, so ignore everything I just said.
But it wasn't just the druid, it was the very farmed Conqueror as well.
Yes.
Surprising pushing power coming up.
Arrow?
Arrow! Ooh, Kodos.
This Naga, though, just gets a tier 2 for herself as well. Trading equally.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you ignore the middle lane, they're equal on towers, but then you see that the tier 1's still up for the Radiant tier 1. This could be dangerous. The glimpse.
Oh no, they glimpsed back the Bane, and the split came out as well.
Oh no.
They really want more than just this disruptor kill.
Well, they might just have to settle for this. I mean, the Brute is hunting. Always want to fly, obviously gets decimated there.
Moonlight Shadows come out though. This Brewmaster has to be a little bit careful. His split's about to run out.
Brew? They're going to turn around onto it very quickly here, and with the toss, with the Meld Strike, it's just not doing enough though. MI's Moon going to survive. Meanwhile, the Epicenter comes out onto Sayu. They take down the Rubik very quickly there on the backlines, but Empire looking to commit to this one. MI's Moon will be finished off by Iceberg, who pops that BKB. Song being used. They want to chase down Iceberg, and they don't want anybody else getting involved. Now they get the grip off, but Tiny! He jumps in just on the edge of the Song and is able to cancel it. Now they'll throw down the net onto the Tiny. Black Archangel needs to get himself away. Nograda is chasing. It's a messy fight. Iceberg trying to jump
blink.
on Kodos, the blink as well. The X marks means nothing. Kodos being chased down, anti-armor from the Desolator and the Meld Strike. Iceberg doing tons of damage. The dust is there from Nograda as well. What a great support, and that's going to find the kill. Meanwhile, Black Archangel does get demolished as well on the Bane. It's only Naga surviving, and she was just like, oh, well, you know, that fight's over. I'm going to go hit some creeps.
Empire was so desperate to find more kills. They committed so much. The Bane ran forward, charging through the Brewpop split. But all of a sudden, when that glimpse comes out onto the Bane, they just can't chase the TA anymore. You know, they catch the Disruptor, which is nice, but you know, he's alive by the time that fight's about to end anyway. So.
Yeah.
And they know without the split, without the Fiend's grip up, this Empire side don't look particularly strong at the moment, so maybe Winstrike can try and make something happen again here.
They're being quite passive in terms of actually pushing towers and such. There's a line drawn down middle lane by Silent, but I mean their lanes are being split, and Yamich is forced to deal with this. Wouldn't be surprised to see Dream go for something here. I mean, he's now got himself a Reaver as well. No buyback though.
It's going to be a relatively early Roche spawn, by the way, just under a minute and a half.
And yeah, Tiny's got no mana, so yeah, goodbye Yamich. Return kill though. They get Black Archangel at top.
Okay. Look how much gold the Naga got though for her kill. That's the.
Oh my god, 539.
She's almost going to have that heart online now.
Yeah, and now Sayu just gets blown up by Iceberg as they start the fight down in the bottom lane. Jeez, Sayu almost just dying too quickly. Iceberg though, his BKB is not going to last that much longer. Does run out, but he gets to his team in time. They're going to throw the Disruptor up into the air, but I don't think this is going to be a fight for Team Empire. They're still missing 2 heroes from before.
I mean, that's another split wasted though. I mean, they get nothing from this.
And they're looking for the counter initiation. In fact, they actually get the Bow Strike out onto the Conquer. Winstrike looking for Kodos here. Kodos trying to make it up to the high ground. Drops the boat as well. Does land onto the Sand King.
Oh, the glimpse!
The glimpse comes out though, dragging him back into the Static Storm as well. They're going to even get on top of him here, just ripping him apart. Morana gets involved.
They get the +1 as well on the Bane.
Black Archangel blown up. Winstrike find the momentum they've been looking for all game, and now up onto the high ground.
That was so nice by Silent. The arrow missed the Kunkka, but it didn't matter because it gave vision for the glimpse so they could bring him back into the Static Storm.
So smart. So smart.
Silent's like, I don't care if I miss my arrows.
Yeah.
Fine. They'll give vision.
It's not an arrow, dude. It's a drone.
What, Beastmaster Hawk? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Why pick Beastmaster when you can have hawks in your arrows? I don't know.
And they force the Kunkka buyback out, and Roche is up now, so Winstrike probably going to want to play around this. The Iceberg setting up the traps already. Wanting to know who is coming down that ramp.
About to say something about TA being able to put traps in the pit being kind of crazy, but actually she doesn't have any in the pit right now, so ignore that.
Oh, they don't need to. They know it's up anyway, so. Sent the tiny illusion to scouts. This ward behind the... like, next to the Radiant top jungle, though, is... they know who's here and who's not, just because they've all been walking past, so... they know where they are and where they're hanging. Empire...
I mean, I feel like...
it's so hard, though.
It is, but they need to do something about this Roshan. I mean, they have fantastic setup. I mean, this is scary still for Winstrike. That's why they're not going for Roche, because if you get this Song off into a boat, it's just the team fight's over. Like the Naga's too fat to not be controlled up in these fights right now. So
it's so hard to ever take Roche against the Naga, and you see in bot lane at the moment, like they have to sort their lanes out. I don't think they can do this Roche. Yeah, they move away. So this is really hard because these Naga illusions are just pushing bot lane in.
A lot of indecision from Winstrike, but it looks like they are going to go in for the Roshan, and Naga Siren is nowhere to be seen. So I'm guessing they will get it for free, but.
I can't believe they're not contesting this when they have a Naga as well.
Yeah, this is surprising and possibly a mistake.
Like they have split up. You mean they've got everything. I know Kunkka doesn't have buyback, so it's a little bit risky, but it feels like giving that Aegis away there is giving so much of the momentum and the map control here to Winstrike.
A bit of a fight breaking out at bottom as Nomad is just sitting here, but they've caught MYS Moon again. Although they're hesitant to connect to this one. Meanwhile, the arrow nearly connects onto Sai. Sai's going to TP himself out. MYS Moon will be the sacrifice for this, and he will die. But Iceberg's alone here. Dream has found him. The net comes out. I mean, this is a BKB used on a Templar before the Aegis has popped. I mean, I think this is questionable, but the team's coming up, and he is going to live for this. So, yeah, was the right call. Was the right call.
I mean, it's fine that he used BKB, but it's just... Now, Iceberg, calm down a little bit here. We've talked about you enough today.
We're feeling the repetition coming in, you know. Not Iceberg is kind of the king of I don't know. I don't want to
flame him anymore. I can't. Yeah. He'll beat me up.
It's been a bit heavy on him. Bless him. He's a fantastic player, but you know he's always the boxer. He likes to be on the back foot.
He's aggressive, dude.
Yes,
that's the best way to put it.
Yes, very, very. Very aggressive.
doesn't mind making the plays.
Yes, doesn't mind jumping into 5 heroes.
He's going Bloodthorn, by the way. He's got the Orchid, so Naga has to be a little bit careful.
Yes, this is
how she uses this Manta, at least.
A very common pick-up on TA these days, actually, but yeah, really nice just to have that silence and then the break later on as well.
Yeah, it's really good against the Brewmaster as well. It's going to force him to build BKB next. And get that Orchid off onto him before he gets the split, try and burst him down. Going to be a lot of the team fight gone from the Dire side.
Absolutely.
This Rubik still has Burrow Strike, by the way, and with the Blink as well. Really wants to be looking to try and make something happen. It's so difficult, especially into this age. It's pretty far behind. It's kind of Naga plus 4.
Around the bottom lane, they're going for always want to fly. They want to take down the Disruptor. There's no support really coming in, but the Glimpse, he actually uses the split.
Oh
no! Oh no, that is unlucky.
What just happened?
It's I don't know. It's just bad things. He gets Glimpse and in the same frame it doesn't cancel the split, I guess.
Did you see that?
Oh my god.
Come on, Brew. Oh, they caught the Kunkka. But he X'd himself.
I'm so fucking confused right now. They're jumping on top of Kodos here. The Burrow Strike and the ultimate comes out. Kodos finally X marks himself back, but Silent is waiting and they will finish off the Kunkka.
He's like, oh, I'll X myself, don't worry, for the Glimpse. And then he got brought into a stack and he's like, static, and he's like, oh, I can't X back. Oh, this is really awkward. And now I'm dead for 70 seconds without buyback.
Thank you for the clarification, because I was thoroughly bamboozled by that whole fight. I mean, the Brew being glimpsed back, the X mark going on, another glimpse coming out. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate for the Brew. I actually didn't know that could happen. I've never seen that before.
I've never seen that before either, and that's pretty mad.
I always thought you either the Brew split would get cancelled, or you would, split where you were. I didn't know that it could happen. That's
one of those super rare one frame thing.
Jeez. Well,
Winstrike coming up onto the high ground. Ooh, Moon nearly blinks into an arrow. That would have been awkward.
They still have the Aegis, but these Naga illusions are so tanky. Look how much damage they do.
Just forcing them out. Silent. He's almost out of mana from this. Good lord. Very difficult to withstand.
You really want to get this melee Rex though with the Aegis.
Blink out dodges the net as they jump forwards, but now the Fiend Script comes out. This is going to be the Aegis burst, but they also bring down MYS Moon, so worth it. Meanwhile, Iceberg actually gets a refraction off and continues doing works on the Rex. They're going to have to use a Fortify for this one, but down goes the refraction and down goes the Templar Assassin once. Now they want to zone out everybody else and try and get the Templar, but she gets the blink out. Way too late from Sayu there, and Winstrike should get the retreat here with the static field to cover their retreat.
I mean, Empire keep their racks alive though.
Kinetic field.
They lose nothing.
They do.
I mean, they lose a buyback from the Brew, but
yeah, and I have to say, in terms of underperforming this game, this Brew feels very, very underwhelming. In fact, the Rubik has overtaken him on net worth.
Yeah, he has had to buy back twice though, which isn't fun. Oh, Tiny jumps in actually.
Yeah, Yamich. I mean, he's got a team behind him. Maybe this is the plan from Winstrike. He wants to use this Yours. We'll drop it. And now the split comes out from Moon. The Dust and Split going on to Yamich, fighting hard for this kill. The team, well, they are slowly making their way over, but they are being cautious about this one, quite understandably. There's the X marks. There's the boat. There's a torrent. Can they finish him off? The arrow coming through just hits a creep. Down goes Yamich. And there will be no counter initiation. I say that though, Sayu jumps in, but Silent just immediately popping that BKB. Now they use the song to isolate Silent. Don't want anybody else jumping into this one. He's trying to leap away from this. How many chances he got left? Well, that was his last one. Iceberg comes forwards though, wanting to fight up here. He's got a trap on the stairs, but they glimpse back the Brewmaster, and once again, yeah, my MYS Moon goes down. He's got no buyback. He just got picked off, and now he gets picked off again. This Brew is having a horrible, horrible game. Winstrike not making it easy for him.
It's so difficult for him though. Like, he uses his split. They have so much to set up afterwards. They've got the burst strike, the avalanche, you know, the disruptor, static storm for when he comes back alive out the split again. So definitely not very easy.
Dream is about to have Eye of Scaddy on top of this heart.
Yeah, I mean, they're really struggling to deal with this Naga and the illusions at the moment. Like, they've bought back on Yamich here, but they can't push. It's impossible against this Naga.
Jesus. I'm not into body shaming, but this Naga Siren is fat.
Oh man, it's 2018.
There's my acceptance. Well, Winstrike, they just take this high ground here. They're just saying, you know, this is our part of the map now. We're going to take your shrine. We're going to lock you out of it. We're going to farm your creeps. And there's nothing you can do about it. And now goes, yeah, but I'm just going to run to your side of the map and do the exact same thing.
It feels like Winstrike, they really want this third Roche now. It feels like before they can do anything. It's so difficult to push into this Naga anyway, especially now she has a Skadi. Like almost 4,000 HP. These illusions are tanky as hell.
Just changed the buyback status, and there were literally none available, but they are coming off now. People just all buying their items at the same time, but everybody's like a couple of hundred gold away, so they should all have them for the next fight, except MYS Moon, who's been pretty dead. And the Tiny as well had Yamich brought back also.
I just clicked on Always Want to Fly, by the way, and I was like, I wonder if he's building towards an Ags at all, and then I was like, oh no, it's Always Want to Fly. Like, he's got a Glimmer Cape.
Yeah.
That's pretty insane as it is. Like,
yeah, Always Want to Fly with the Glimmer Cape is like a carry having like 3 Divine Rapiers. In they go though, they're going deep for this one as they're trying to go onto Dream here, but Dream just turns around, tearing Iceberg apart, and now the Fiend's Grip comes out. He's got the BKB, the Epicenter doing work as well as Winstrike coming in to try and fight up hard here. Meanwhile, they're just trying to control up Dream. They are actually getting him down here. Maybe they'll kill him. Yep, Dream does go down. No buyback. Doesn't have the gold. Oh no, they're going, well. They get Rubik in the tree lines, no escape, down goes Sayu as well, 688 gold away from the buyback. That Skaddy was not worth it, was not worth the cost at all. What? Rubik buys back. Winstrike though, they are charging hard, they can smell the lack of buyback on the Naga Siren.
What just happened? The game was going so well for Empire, they were stalling and...
I'm not sure if so well's the right word, but definitely feeling pretty good about how things were starting to go for them. The turn looked like it was coming. Meanwhile, Nongrata drops pretty low. The X marks is out, but they're very scared to commit. They just want to delay at this stage. The arrow connects onto Kodos. Kanka, he might be taken out here. The damage from Silent, though, is it enough? No! The Heaven's Halberd comes out, but there's a burst strike from Nongrata. They'll toss him up as well. Kodos does go down.
On the glimpse as well.
He has the buyback. Only 17 seconds till Naga's back, but Black Archangel gets taken down under tier 4's Iceberg going deep for this one. The buyback coming out from the Conker. 10 seconds until your Naga's back. You just got to delay. Winstrike, they're going for these middle racks, and I think Empire will have to give them up. 4, 3, 2, 1. The Naga is back. What can they do? In goes MYS Moon immediately. He doesn't have the split, but the arrow connects. Black Archangel taken down. Kodos comes in though. The torrent is nice. The boat to follow up as well, but they're just controlling up the Naga in the backlines. She's going to look for the Tiny instead. Dream fighting up inside the base. Going to pop the song as well, just to get herself to safety. Maybe go for the quick reset here, but the glimpse! Oh no, the range of the glimpse is too damn high. Now Dream has to go the complete wrong way. That's not way of Fountain is. That is the way to certain death, and now Winstrike surround the Naga, bring her down. No buyback, and GG is called. Winstrike will take it in a 2-0 victory over Team Empire Hope.
I cannot even begin to say how much those arrows did in this game from Silent. It felt like 70-80% of the time he was just catching a hero completely off guard. And this game was basically just Naga against the world. Like, can Naga 1 versus 5, pretty much. And eventually, you can't take on 3 cores by yourself.
No, any hero. I mean, you know, I guess like a really fun anti-mage, but yeah, unfortunately, Dream just couldn't do it. And there were some really nice plays in that game. It has to be said. Like, you know, everybody that was the game we've been after all day, right? You know,
Yes.
and the scoreline looks bad, 35-10. I think it was what was the goal advantage for the Radiant in the end? I don't know. It was like sitting around 30k. That feels like a convincing game, but when you're watching it, you know that it's not. And well, you know, they fought hard, Team Empire Hope, but they do get 2-0'd in the end, which you know, on paper it was a convincing series for that game too. Very close.
They did such a good job in that bot Rax fight before as well. Naga kept trying to pop Song over and over again, and they were just constantly like, not overlapping, but like constantly just using their stuns one after the other to make sure she couldn't get that Song off. And Winstrike they're playing like a completely different team today. They're playing so well.
Yeah, they are. And I think probably like my favourite part of that game was when Winstrike, they just kind of get onto the high ground, you know, and they just kind of flick a switch and go, all right, we're going to play some Dota now. And they just completely amp up the aggression. Team Empire Hope, they just didn't have a hope in the end.
It feels like sometimes as well, where Winstrike, they get a little bit cocky, they make some mistakes. But this game, they're playing so much more reserved. Like when they lost that Aegis, they didn't just push the high ground. Like, they know that they just need to be careful against this Naga. All it takes is one bad fight, and suddenly she's just taking over the game. You've got to be really careful when you have this TA on your team that she does fall off going into the ultra late game. But Winstrike, they are something else here today. I'm so looking forward to this next series now. Winstrike and Gambit.
Yeah, we'll bring up the high quality bracket, and
you don't have to make.
Oh, I already had it up. I don't, do I? Yeah. So so here we have the bracket going on today. We're following through the lower bracket. Of course, Winstrike took this game, meaning that they took the first game. Oh, it's really hard to do this with mirrored casting. That does say Winstrike, in case you're wondering. And they just beat Team Empire, so that's going to move them across and up to fight off versus Gambit in the grand finals. Thank you very much. Yes, we are going to be back very shortly for the grand finals of the CIS minor qualifiers. Gambit versus Winstrike. Who's going to make it to the minor? Who's going to make it to Bucharest? You'll find out with us. Be right back in about 5 minutes, maybe. I don't know. That's a guess. 6 minutes for ads.